Hey yo, what's going on with those viewers of the tube? Tyler here of chicocrypto, coming to you not live, not in the studio, but out in my backyard. A different view for you guys. I'm doing a candid video to start this week. So let's first talk a little bit about Bitcoin, as it's been a pretty boring market. Last Friday, BTC dropped below the critical support of 20K, and it has stayed just below there all weekend. As of right now, Bitcoin is about at 19,800. Now, for my international people, today is a Labor Day in the United States. I shouldn't be working. Why am I doing this video? But because it is a Labor Day in the United States, stonks are closed for trading here in the US. So Bitcoin really is just waiting to see how stonks open tomorrow. And then we're going to see what then this week is going to look like for Bitcoin, bullish or bearish, or is it just going to keep going sideways? I think it could be a little bit bearish, and we're going to get into that in a second. But first, we have to talk about the big news. Russia is legalizing Bitcoin? What? Yeah, so it was announced by a Russian news agency, TASS, that the Bank of Russia and the country's Ministry of Finance have agreed to use crypto in international trade for cross-border payments. As of right now, they are drawing up the necessary regulatory framework, and it will be introduced very soon. So, is this good or bad for Bitcoin? Well, you guys, it's kind of both. Now, the big question is, are they going to be using, Bitcoin and crypto for payments for their oil and natural gas? Because Russia is the fourth largest exporter of oil in the world, and they're the second largest natural gas producer. They basically give Europe all of their natural gas. So yes, this would be good for Bitcoin if Russia was going to use Bitcoin and crypto assets for this, for payments of oil and natural gas. It would create skyrocketing demand for Bitcoin if that was to happen. But there is, the other side of the coin. It could be bad for Bitcoin in the medium to long term. So Russia's, I wouldn't say partner, but another adversary of the United States, very just interestingly, announced something similar. September, or was it August 30th, I think it was, Iran announced a very similar thing, that they were introducing the regulatory framework to allow cross-border payments of crypto and Bitcoin assets within their country. As we know, Iran and Russia are two of America's biggest adversaries. We hate Iran here in America, and we do not like Russia one bit. Now, if these adversaries are starting to accept Bitcoin for payments, cross-border payments, as sanctions get put on these countries, it could lead the U.S. government to ban crypto and, Bitcoin, because we are helping our enemies, so that wouldn't be good, if that does end up happening. And it's a possibility. I mean, it's just kind of suspicious to me that Iran just last week announced that they're doing this, and now Russia is announcing this. And then there is one more thing, the OPEC producing countries for oil just announced today that they were cutting oil production for the first time in a year. They're cutting it by 100,000 barrels, you guys. So, cutting oil production, announcing they're going to accept Bitcoin and crypto for payments. I mean, something's going on here, and it's good for Bitcoin as we see Bitcoin being adopted by countries, but when they are America's enemies, it's not necessarily that good. But one thing that did happen good for Bitcoin in a non-American enemy country, the UK announced their newest prime minister, and she is a big crypto and Bitcoin supporter. So that's pretty good news. I mean, the UK is not going to ban Bitcoin, obviously, if their prime minister is a fan of it. But now let's talk about Bitcoin, what it's going to do this week. I have a feeling it might be going down. Now, of course, there was the OPEC news that got released today. That could be, a gut punch to the stock market tomorrow. We're getting the news before stocks are trading, so we could see an initial dip for Bitcoin. But there's something going on in the markets. If you haven't noticed, over the past 7 days, altcoins have been pumping hard, and a lot harder than Bitcoin, when Bitcoin isn't going up. It's been going down pretty much sideways. Now, when I see altcoins pumping in bear markets, when we're going down and at the bottom, it makes me think that this is exit liquidity for some of the big altcoin holders of the certain type of altcoin. I mean, if you look at the top 100 coins on CoinGecko right now, over, I think, 70 to 80% of them are pumping harder than Bitcoin, with some of them up over 40% over 7 days. But then there is also the possibility that Bitcoin gets hit this week and early next week because of the Ethereum merge. Now, as we know, Bitcoin controls the markets. If Bitcoin's going up, it rises all tides and altcoins start going up. If Bitcoin has a significant dump, same with altcoins, they get taken down. Now, the big Bitcoin whales who are big supporters of Bitcoin, they're not going to want, Ethereum to be looking great during the Ethereum merge, which actually has been moved up 2 days. It was scheduled for September 15th, but it's actually happening on Tuesday, September 13th of next week. So it's possible that these whales manipulate Bitcoin down just to make Ethereum look bad during the merge. So, but regarding the Ethereum merge, there is a lot of, information coming out and around the markets right now regarding the fork, the POW fork. And there is a lot of information and people saying you should do some financial gymnastics to get the most Ethereum in your pocket before the merge for the ETH POW fork. Personally, I think you should just hold the Ethereum you have and get the fork and watch my video about the relay attack that could happen. Do not, create a same wallet on the ETH POW chain and then start doing transactions that tie right back to your Ethereum wallet on the main Ethereum chain, because the wallet addresses are the same. You do a transaction on the ETH POW chain, there's a possibility that a relay attack could happen on your ETH1 chain, and hackers could, steal some of your funds. So definitely be careful about that. Get the fork, get the money, dump the money early, because I don't see ETH POW being anything big. But be careful about those relay attacks and put yourself in the best position to safeguard your funds. Final thing I do want to talk about is about Arbitrum. So last week I made a video that the Arbitrum airdrop could be coming last week, but it didn't happen. Arbitrum released Nitro, an upgrade to their rollup, but the airdrop didn't happen. Well, after they did this, the Nitro upgrade, the Arbitrum team put out a very suspicious tweet. They said something like, "Hello friends, A is for Arbitrum. A is also for Autumn." So I have a feeling A is also for airdrop, the airdrop A, and I have a feeling the airdrop is coming sometime this fall. When it's coming, I don't know. But again, watch my video about the airdrop to put yourself in the best position, because I have a big feeling that it is coming. And the airdrop is, in my opinion, is going to be way, way bigger than Optimism's. Well, I appreciate it, you guys, for tuning in. Russia's legalizing Bitcoin, but Bitcoin may have a target on its back as America's adversaries start looking at why they are adopting it. It may just give them a reason to ban. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.